Hello, hello, it's Kim Corallo. Shut the front door too. We're a wreath door hanger vintage gift store. We're out of Lexington, Kentucky, and today we have a haul video for you. This haul is small. It's not quantity, but it is quality, and we are excited to show you what we found. We found some really nice things this time, guys. If you are new here, welcome on in. We hope that you enjoy this type of thing. If you've watched before, we thank you so very much for coming back. You just don't have any idea by just watching this video what it does for a small business. So we appreciate it. We just want to always make sure that we tell you that. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to take my readers off. I don't like the glare that it's giving me today. I won't be able to read the fine print on anything, but that's okay. Let me show you these. And I know you're saying, well, that's just one. Why are you using plural? But I found a set of 2 of all the candlestick holders that we found. I think we found maybe 3 sets, but I'm only going to be showing you one. I just pulled out one. I thought it would be easier. These are doves or sparrows, and it's just beautiful. They're crystal. I have no idea. There's no marking, so I have no idea what the brand is, but I thought they were just lovely. Could be used year-round, but I'm especially thinking this time of year just because that's when I start to think, you know, pull out the good china and the good crystal. But honestly, guys, even though I just said that, and I think that's the way a lot of us live that like that type of thing, it's just really time to use it. Wednesday night, you're having sloppy joes. If you want to pull it out, I just think you should. And that's just my little pull it out. Let's use it, right? Okay, now let's go on to this beautiful thing. I have a set of these 2. They are signed. I do not know what the little etch says. I didn't go that far to look it up. I know it's not waterproof. It is crystal. Just a beautiful shape, just a really sexy design. And again, I think I can just see these even mixed in together. The 4 just would make a beautiful display. And maybe we'll do that. Tack that in at the end of this video. I do think that it's time to do some styling. So let's tack some other styling videos at the end. This is a tassel, and tassels were extremely popular in the 80s. I really love a tassel. I still have a tassel hanging on my dining room cabinet, china cabinet door. These colors were really interesting to me. Kind of reminds me of summer, almost like a ladybug, even though there's a lot of the deep black. But anyway, the reason why I picked it up is because I thought it could be Mackenzie Childs. It's not. It's made by a lady that works for Silvestri, and Silvestri is a wholesale company that I have purchased from before. I've already forgotten her name, and I want to give her a shout out. It's Kelly Paulk, and Kelly makes a whole line of tassels that I've only seen this one, but when I looked this up to see if it was Mackenzie Child, I learned that she has designed some really beautiful tassels. So they're good for lamps, they're good for china cabinet doors, a doorknob. You can even use these as Christmas ornaments, and I promise you that if it hasn't sold, before I put my Christmas decor out, I will show you what I mean, that even though it's large, you can tuck things in like this. You can hang them on the edges of your branches, and it really gives a lot of character and display to a tree, especially if you're doing those mix-matched ornaments. Glass flowers are something that I'm probably gonna pick up 100% of the time. I like it better when I can find them in sets of 3, but I only found 1, and that's okay. It was the color. I couldn't get past that cobalt color, and I just think they're interesting. I think they're visually pleasing to the eye, and I was super excited to be able to find that. Picture frames are another thing. When they're small like this and they're chunky and they're gold, I'm probably not going to leave them. This one didn't have even the glass in it, and that's okay. I'm sort of picking these up for a project that I have, and I haven't done any of these yet, so I don't have anything to show you, but I do I do flip them as well and sell them, but I also am keeping several. So when I get the time, and who knows when that's going to be, to do this little project that I have, I'm still gathering supplies. So, but I will show you what I'm talking about as soon as I get it done. Inkwells. I don't hardly ever see them, and I think they're so cool. I wouldn't use this for its intended purpose, although there's nothing wrong with it. I think it would look great in an office, setting on a shelf, a desk, setting on a stack of books, just a side table. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And something I do want to tell you about this piece of glass, it is old and it fluoresces under black light. It fluoresces green. That is something I learned to start checking for with clear glass and milk glass. If it's really old, oftentimes and not always, and I don't know why, not always, but it will glow green under black light. So just like your uranium glows and just like your cadmium glows orange. So don't sleep on clear glass and milk glass if you like glowy glass. Just showing you the one, did find a set of two. The glaze on this pottery is just like butter. And I did not know until I picked it up and had to do some research what it was. I knew that it had to be Weller or Roseville. And unfortunately, I don't know all the patterns for either of those potteries, but I thought if it's not one of those two, I mean, this, it just feels like butter. If it isn't one of those two, it is a really, really good repop. Turns out it is Weller. I have a set of two in pristine condition, and I have to say, super excited about that. Something else that I found, and I only found them in sets of one. I picked them up anyway, and I'm hoping that from a selling standpoint, that wasn't a mistake, because all three of these deer should have a mate. They should have a doe, and they didn't when I found them. But deer are great for winter decor. They're also great at Christmas time, and for whatever reason, brass deer are extremely popular. So I went ahead and picked them up, even though they're the singles, and I'm going to give them a try and see. This one's just a statue, and these are candle holders, and I just thought they were lovely. Gonna give it a try. I'll let you know what the verdict is on that, so that if you are watching this and you're a reseller as well, you'll know whether or not picking them up singly was successful for me. Of course, that doesn't ever mean that it won't be hugely successful for you. These little Royal Copley statues were so cute. They're great. They're in such great condition for their age. I mean, no crazing, no cracks, no chips, and their faces. Look how sweet they are. I picked these up because I think that they would really mix well with that classic chinoiserie style. I just can see them mixing in with that blue and white, you know, really well. And I loved them. They're almost just neutral in color to me. I feel like they would mix in for a lot of different design styles, but that was what first came to mind. And I do believe when I first started selling vintage, I do believe we had those before, but my sister couldn't remember them, and I'm not sure if I'm remembering them exactly, so could be wrong on that as well. Pottery is something that I really do love. I don't tend to pick up a lot of pottery bowls because a lot of times they just take up too much space in the booth, and I don't want to ship them. This one's not huge. I would feel fine shipping this, even though it's weighty, it's heavy. But what got me was that just that matte finish on it, and I really liked it. It would be a good short bowl to put fruit in the kitchen, but I could also see it on a coffee table. And then let me show you these pieces. I found 3 of these round pieces of lace, almost like doilies, and that cottage core style is so popular right now. So these, I felt like, you know, they're not exactly doilies, but they fit that same vibe. And I I've picked them up a couple of times, and I wanted to give that style a chance as well. And then I also picked up a lace runner, and I am not I consider this type of stuff more cottagecore, which is probably not how I would consider my own home, or almost Victorian, which again is not what I would consider my own home, but I am super drawn to that. I'm also super drawn to doilies, and I don't use them in my own home. I have crafted with them before, but I do like them. So I wanted to give those a chance. I'm looking around to see how many more items. Demijohns are something that I don't find a lot. I've only ever had 3. They sell very well. If they're in my price range, I'm probably 100% of the time gonna pick them up. This one may not be super old, and it's really cute. It's the size that did it for me. It's just not huge, and so it's shippable. It's also something that doesn't take up a lot of space, so it'd be fun in the booth, and I thought it was super great. Also, I don't find the wrapped bottles a lot with handles. I find wrapped bottles, but not with handles. So I should say when they have a handle, I'm usually not gonna leave them behind. And then this is, I'm not sure the colors are gonna come out. Well, there you can kind of see. When I picked it up, I thought it was black. It's got a matte finish. It has sort of a little bit of a crooked like finish. It's hand blown glass, but it's coming through green, which is the color of it on the camera, at least on my end. And then the bottom is blue, and I think that's coming across as blue. The thing that I tried to do some research on it. It came up as Morano. I don't think it is, but I don't know what else it could be. It's heavy. I don't know if it's vintage, but I think it is just stunningly beautiful. And I was really happy to get this because I don't know what it is exactly. I'm likely to put this in the booth, and if it is Morano and it's not priced or marked as that, then somebody just gets a really good deal, because I don't think it is Morano, but I do think it's awesome. And that brings us to our last piece, which is this cutie right here. It's Fitz and Floyd. It was made in 90, I think that says 94. I shouldn't have taken those readers off. It is obviously a pineapple. I've never seen this design before, and I know we're just now getting, we're still in fall. It's not even Thanksgiving. This is being filmed on the 2nd of November. But when I find something sort of unusual, people really like Fitz and Floyd. Fitz and Floyd is hard to find undamaged, so when I can find it undamaged, it fits the budget, I like to pick it up. I probably will wait until summer, because I definitely think this is a more summer themed kind of a piece. Guys, that's all we have for you today. If you like this kind of thing, we invite you to come in and subscribe and hang out with us. We will do a video at least once a week. And sometimes we add to it. We do some styling, which is what we're gonna do today, and that's gonna be next. Guys, go have a great, great day, and we will talk to you really soon.